You're going to learn how to build an audience for a 5-figure product launch starting from zero. I've launched a number of products over the years. Some made nothing when they came out. They were total failures. Others made tens of thousands of dollars in the first week. The difference between the two? Whether or not I successfully built an audience for the product beforehand. Back in 2015, my friend Justin and I launched an online course that did over $48,000 in revenue in the first week, and we both had basically no audience when we started out preparing for that. So today, I'll share exactly what we did to build the audience for that product launch from scratch so you can follow it as well. Now, the first thing you want to do is to start an email list, because Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all great places to build a following, but you don't own your audience in the same way you do with an email list. Any social media platform that you're on controls how many of your followers see anything you put out. You could have millions of followers and get almost no engagement since they decide who they show your new posts to. For example, BuzzFeed has 13 million followers on Facebook, and they recently shared a post that only got maybe 40 likes and a few replies. 13 million followers and only a couple hundred people saw it? That's not what you want in an audience. With email, you control all the distribution, and so it's not uncommon to have open rates from 30 to 50% if you have a sufficiently engaged audience. If BuzzFeed had that much engagement on their 13 million followers, they would get 6.5 million people responding to something versus 100. It's not even close. The other great thing with an email list is that you own it. You could download it and put it on a spreadsheet, and you could contact them from another email platform. You can't do that with your Instagram followers or your Facebook followers. You just don't control that audience. You've definitely seen stories of people getting their Twitter or YouTube accounts shut down unexpectedly, even when they didn't do anything wrong, and sometimes there's nothing they can do about it. You don't want that to happen to you, and you want to make sure that you're getting the most distribution possible. So an email list is the place to be for building an audience. Now, I really like ConvertKit for doing this, and you can go to Eliason.com/ConvertKit to sign up, and I'm going to show you a couple cool things about it in the rest of the video that you can do to kind of maximize your signups. They make it super easy to get started and get going while also having really powerful tools for when you want to get more advanced with your email marketing. And signing up and creating your first list is super simple, so you can definitely go do that, but just making the list obviously isn't enough because you also need to get people to join it. There are a ton of email lists, and people are not going to join yours without a compelling reason. Sign up here for updates or get my newsletter is not very exciting, and that's not going to get somebody to join your list. What will is a super freebie. You want to give away something so good that people don't even think about whether or not they should join the email list. When Justin and I were building the technical marketing course, we gave away a 7-day series of free lessons on how to become a more technical marketer. Every single one of these lessons was minimum 1,500, often 2,000 words long, with screenshots, free code examples, videos of it in the wild, everything. We went really intense on making sure each one of these lessons was crazy high value. People were blown away by the quality of the free material, so much so that they were asking for the paid course before they even got to the end of the free lesson funnel. Now, a free course is just one example of a super freebie. It could be a really valuable download. It could be a video course. It could be, free templates for a design tool. It could be free code snippets. It could be anything. The point is, it needs to be so good that people don't even hesitate to put in their email address to get it. Now, what exactly you give away is going to vary, and it's going to depend on what you're trying to build an audience around. But once you have that, the easiest way to get it to people is to go into your new ConvertKit account, set up one of their landing pages, and just explain on that landing page what it is people are getting when they join your list. Then whenever you do videos, articles, anything in the future, you can just send all the traffic to that landing page. So there's a very clear call to action of what they're going to get when they sign up, and that really easy way for them to join your list. But how do you get people to actually show up on that landing page? That's where involving other people can be super useful, especially if you don't have much of an audience. Because when you're just starting out, you don't have much credibility. So while you wait for that to develop, leverage other people's credibility by involving them in what you're doing. A super simple way to do this is to interview a dozen experts in the field of what you're trying to build a product around. Put those interviews on YouTube, your blog, on a podcast, all referencing the super freebie as the #1 call to action for what somebody should check out after enjoying that interview. And as long as you do a good job with those interviews and everybody that you bring in feels, heard, appreciated, and feels like you've done a good job with it, they're going to be more than happy to share the video or the article with their audience, helping to build some credibility for what you're doing and helping drive that initial traffic. And you really want to create win-win deals. This isn't about using someone else's audience. This is about helping them. Give them more value than they're giving you, and they're going to be super happy to help boost whatever it is you're doing. Anybody with some amount of audience can tell when somebody just wants them to promote their work. And there's a few ways you can make this easier for when you reach out to people. First, don't make them write anything, because writing is a pretty intensive process. It's hard. It takes a lot of energy. Asking for a guest post is a much bigger ask than asking for an interview. right? Where they just have to show up and talk about themselves for 30 minutes. That's pretty easy. If you do want some kind of writing, let them use something they've used before, maybe in a paywalled article or in a past newsletter, so they don't have to create something entirely from scratch. And then whatever you help them create for what you're building, give it to them to use as well. Maybe they have their own video course they want to share it in, or they want to release it on their podcast. Give them full permission to use it themselves, because then you're helping them create an asset for their audience too. You're making it super, super valuable for them to help you in what you're doing by giving a lot back. And that's super important, because the more you involve others, the easier it's going to be to promote your super freebie. Once you have an email list and an audience, that existing audience will be the main way you promote your work. But it's kind of a chicken and the egg problem. How do you get an audience if you need an audience to build an audience? You have to kickstart it somehow, and that's where online communities can be really helpful. Now, my favorite way of doing this is with Reddit, and many people have had success in Facebook groups too. Whatever it is you want to build a product around, find some subreddits or Facebook groups dedicated to that problem and that interest. Join those communities, become an active participant, and bring value to the community, and then over time you'll be able to introduce some of the stuff you're working on. Don't just run in and start promoting your stuff and asking people to buy from you or sign up from your email list. It's annoying, they're going to see it coming from a mile away, and it's kind of a dick move. And there's a lot more that can go into doing this community outreach and building relationships with these groups so that you can kickstart your own audience. So be sure to subscribe, because I'm going to do a video going into that in more depth in the future. But there's one other part of promotion that can be super helpful that I want to go into in more depth, which is using SEO for long-term audience growth. If you're making any content to help promote your freebie, whether it's articles or videos, sprinkling in a bit of SEO juice is going to help it bring you more and more audience members over time. I discovered this on accident the first time, because for programming for marketers, we decided to just put all the lessons up on the blog in case people didn't want to read them in their email browser. Then, after a couple of months, it turned out some of those lessons were actually ranking for terms on Google, like automate your Twitter activity and automatically reply to tweets. People would show up to read those lessons, and then they'd end up signing up for the email course to get all the other lessons in the series. It was a great way for us to get an extra 10, 20, 30 people a day on the list, and we hadn't even originally intended to do it. For a more recent example, with my Rome course, I was able to get my article about Rome on the first page of Google for the actual term Rome research. So when people would search it, they would end up on my blog article, and then right within the article, there's a call to action to join the email list where I teach them more about how to use Rome. This is a super powerful way to grow your audience over time, so don't sleep on using SEO to build it up. I'm going to be putting out a lot more SEO videos in the next few months, but in the meantime, I actually have an old series called 1 Hour SEO that's still pretty good. So you can check that out if you have any questions on how to get started doing SEO for your own blog. Okay, so you should be starting to get some more people on your email list by promoting your freebie, getting some SEO traffic, involving others. There's one last thing that you want to make sure you do, which is encourage referrals. Morning Brew is a massive email newsletter that just got acquired by Insider for $75 million. And part of how they grew so successfully was by encouraging people to invite their friends to join the newsletter whenever they signed up. For every additional Morning Brew subscriber you brought in, you could win cool swag like a coffee mug, sweatpants, or even a flight to their headquarters. They baked virality into their product so that every new person who signed up had the potential to bring 3, 4, 5 more people, and pretty soon they were at millions of subscribers. You can do the same thing with your email list, and you don't need fancy referral software. It's super simple. Whenever somebody signs up, send them an email asking them to share your newsletter on Twitter. And you can include simple share links for Twitter, Facebook, wherever you want them to share it. Then you can use your email tool like ConvertKit to track anyone who clicks on one of those share links, and then immediately send them another email a little bit later with a link to an additional freebie. Now this is really important. You want to make sure that they have a reason to share what you're doing. And so for programming for marketers, we had a whole extra PDF on automating some common tasks with Zapier that people would get if they shared the course with their friends. We were seeing maybe 20 to 30% of people clicking to share the course on Twitter or Facebook, and they were all really happy to do so because they were getting another very high value freebie in return. This brought in at least an additional couple thousand subscribers that we might not have gotten otherwise. So it's a super powerful way to help make sure that each new subscriber you get brings in some of their friends. The last thing you should definitely be doing is putting all of your content and freebies on a blog, because starting a blog can and will change your life, which is something that I share in this video right here. You'd be really surprised at some of the ways blogging can radically change your future, which I shared throughout that video. Also, the next video in this series on building and launching an info product will be right here. If it's not, definitely check out the one on starting a $400,000 side business, and again, subscribe to make sure that you're getting the future videos in this series when they come out. I'm going to be talking about designing a high converting landing page, launching the product, pricing the product, putting your sales on autopilot, all kinds of good stuff. So make sure that you don't miss any of the future videos in the series, and I'll see you in the next video.